How's it going, team? This is the Brown Man. I hope all is well. Holy shit, I'm taking a walk, and we got Brina. And dude, we got some stuff to touch into today, to talk about today. And we're gonna talk about we have three basic principles. One is communication. In Marvel Rivals, of course, we've been playing the shit out that game, and some people talk about engagement-based matchmaking or whatever the fuck that is. It is what it is. I'm just going to try to learn what I can. Let's go into that. And communication is a thing. And holy shit, people are bad at it. Yes, people scale in terms of the game and if they're good players, bad players. But what I'll say is communication is very big. And when you have people getting on comms to bitch and moan, and in overtime, you had a whole game to have a communication. Why are you only talking in overtime? Why are you only talking in the last 5 seconds of the game? If there's an issue, then you can ping. There's a ping button. If you can't ping, then use your voice, right? So I see a lot of people bitching and complaining and moaning and groaning in the last couple of seconds, and it's like, dude, what is this? So it's very odd. And that's why very often it's tough for me. I try not to use voice chat, but it's weird. If I don't use voice chat, it's an active disadvantage, and I'm feeding into what I'm talking about. I don't know. It's very odd. And then, of course, we have the lack of being able to identify problems. Once again, they go hand in hand, right? Because if you can't ping, you can't alert your team of what the problem is. So if I'm over here on comms, we for example, I think the first game on stream, one of the first ones, we pushed their shit in at Central Park. We were on attack. Very quickly got the convergence point. Freed Ratatasker, great. And then it held us right before the second point. And then went triple support. And I'm like, hey, we're going to have someone handle those supports. And I was playing the thing. Now, I could have played better. 1. 2, I could have been less predictable with my ult. I went Yancey Street Charge. And then someone just dodged out the way or they ulted. And, cool. We got an ult out the way. Great. That's fine. It's fine for me to use my ult that charges very quickly to get a support ult out the way. Great. And I admit I could have hit more of my shots. See, I was definitely duping. And I got to slowly increase my sensitivity. And maybe not sensitivity, it's just my positioning. I can work on that. I'll agree, I can work on whatever I got to work on. But when the problem is identified, that there's 3 supports, we're not making any headway, and the DPS is, I don't know what they're doing, they get on in the last 30 seconds to blame the tanks. And it's like, dude, we're here, we're just not making any headway because y'all are targeting the tanks who's getting healed up by 3 supports. And if everybody's targeting the tanks just getting healed up by 3 supports, what do you think is going to happen? Thor is going to be pushing you guys back. We need someone to dive into backline, and that goes into I need to be more comfortable and available to just go off roll. And if I see the problem is they went triple support and we can't break through because they got triple support, then I need to go Moon Knight, just throw it all back there and do my thing. I think it's very, very important to be honest with myself. And there are times where I don't want to switch off the roll, and that costs me. Now there are some heroes, especially that's a lot easier to carry, like Thor and Groot. Thor and Groot, I'll admit, are very strong tanks. And some of the carry potential is a lot more easier because they have the range. Once again, Thing is fine. I like Thing. He's once again a very good tank. But the range allows them to check certain threats that the Thing cannot. Or at least from a safe distance with less risk. Simply because I got to be in fist range, I can't throw pebbles. So, unfortunate buff Thing, you'll let him throw pebbles, and we're okay. And then, yeah, so that's that. So comms, identifying the threat, and allowing myself to go off roll. Because I saw what the issue was, I should have went Moon Knight and handled it. That was that. I could blame DPS all I want, and yes, in a perfect world, I could tank, create space, and the DPS will be able to identify who the threat is, whether it's triple support in the back, whether it's Punisher camping with a name or Loki just setting up for free. In an ideal world, a DPS will be able to say, hey, you know what, I need to switch to a different DPS and handle this. That's not what happened. So I need to be able to do it myself. And I said I try to keep as much blame as possible on me, even though we had a Cloak and Dagger run up to a team of 4 and get her ass completely demolished. over and over again. I can't control that, but I can control that I saw what the problem was, and that I could make a switch to help alleviate that problem and let the other tank solo tank. That's what I'm in control of. I'm not in control of suicidal dives. I'm not in control, as I said, of the cloak that wanted to try to fight the thing in a 1v1 for some fucking reason on the stream, which is weird. But I am in control of saying, hey, we've been stuck at this one spot specifically for a minute. That means I need to go Moon Knight. That means I need to go whatever I got to go to, and I have to make an emergency switch at that point. And the other thing too was people were switching all the time. There was one game where people just kept switching. I was like, holy fuck! I didn't even know if I should switch because everybody was switching. Like every time they died or some shit, I was just confused. I was like, what the fuck is happening on stream? I was just very, my ass was like gone. I think it was the same game with the dagger, where the cloak was just fighting the thing 1-on-1 for some fucking reason. Full health thing, backed up by like 2 sports. I don't know what the hell is going on, but there seems to be people having less common sense, and I think it's because more people are going to GM that shouldn't be in GM. So I'm stuck. So maybe I need to get a team of 6 that have definitely two tank mains, 2 DPS mains, 2 heal. I don't know what I should do, but I know that I do personally need to get better at positioning. I've been reviewing my videos, and that's the best I can do. And no matter what rank I end up, doing my best and being my best is the best that I can do, and that's the best you can do. You guys be safe, stay hydrated, and of course, have a good one.